You know what happens, Ricochet, when you're bald? You know what happens, Ricochet, when you come out here in a fancy pants little sweatsuit? You know what happens when Chris Jericho needs an opponent for Vancouver and doesn't have one?
In 3, 2, 1, clap.
Huh?
Benoit balls.
I still think Kevin Sullivan did it.
I'm Aubrey Edwards. I'm not a wrestler.
Tony's quick sniffs of the week.
No, just my dickhead friends causing concussions and shit. All right, never mind.
There's barbecue sauce. So good, half the face don't work.
With Hogan that close up on the fucking camera reminds me of my racist uncle. I know you ain't listening, but you know who you are, you fucking racist.
Uncle Oh my God, for real, don't tell me that's his name. Oh, no way. I was kidding. I swear to God. It was just the first thing that came to my head. It was the first thing.
Welcome to the Top of Wrestling with your hosts ODM and the Professor.
Good Wrestling Day and happy Wrestlemania week, baby. That's right, it's the Top of Wrestling podcast. No riffing here today. That's right, we got a lot of great stuff going here. We got news, results, we got our predictions, we got Bring It to the Table. We are reliving the Monday Night Wars 30 years and 7 months later, and it is Fall Brawl 1995 War Games. Quite possibly, I don't know how I could say it's the worst, but it's pretty close. It's pretty goddamn close. And let me ask you a question. ODM, I'll ask you as introing you, if you died today and had the chance to defend your life and come back to Earth, do you think you could defend it, or would you say, fuck it, let's just move on?
Hey, yo. I was
All right.
not expecting that deep of a question.
I like that. That's
and
good.
I,
You know
and,
why?
and I
that is
come up with anything
riffing.
witty.
I was riffing.
Yeah, well, at least it worked out this time. I mean, we got that going for us. I am surprised because I will bring up a note later when we hit the wars. But it is Fall Brawl. But what was significant about this Fall Brawl? What was it?
Oh, there's a lot.
But there was a title. There's a certain type of War Games.
Nice. Hey yo.
Hey yo.
Hey yo. Now, the movie I was talking about is Defending Your Life. Albert Brooks, a classic. We kind of teased it last week. And ODM, I know that you were really excited to watch it so much that you didn't. So we'll break it down. But let's get into this week's news. It is WrestleMania week, all right? We got a lot of fun stuff going on. Truth is, man, it doesn't feel like WrestleMania week. The way it's been pumped up between the last 2 weeks of TV shows, outside of like maybe 4 segments in total, not really caring. I really could possibly skip Saturday night and not give a fuck.
I'll save my comments until later, but yeah, it's you're right. There's a few bright spots here and there that I'm really excited about, right? Because I think it can be really good. I'm guessing there'll be a sleeper in there somewhere. But other than that, no, I really don't give a shit. Like, it's just been dog shit. And that includes one of the main events, unfortunately.
And we know which one it's not.
Yeah.
All right, well, why don't you kick off the news?
Yeah. So, if you're a mark or you're a degenerate gambler, you'll be familiar with this
Hey-o!
concept. Hey-o! Yes, and yes. On
A dollar?
A dollar? No joke, that's me 100%. I'll be like, ooh, this machine, $1.
I'm so glad we had that conversation. That was the shit.
Oh, I couldn't stop laughing. Oh God. So Cena announced on Raw, Club WWE, and basically it's just a club. Like if you go to the casino, you get like the one is Momentum, and you put your card in before when you're doing the slots, and it keeps track and it gives you reward points. This is basically.
Hi, Mark. We want you to feel special.
But here's the thing. With that, you don't have to pay anything. All you gotta do is go sign up. You just sign up, they give you the card, and you use it, right? No, Club WWE, it's going to be, you're going to have to probably pay and sign up. But you're going to get early access for tickets and a members-only shop and a points and a rewards hub, a community forum. I'm sure that won't be a shit show. And bonus content.
Yo, it was like $10,000 to get on Cody's bus. And he doesn't even suck you off. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
I know.
It's
what
like,
the fuck? I mean,
just...
you couldn't even see Brandy's butthole. What the fuck?
Not
man?
even
Something.
a reach around.
Throw me a freaking bone.
With courtesy, give him a fucking reach around. It's ridiculous, man. They're shit. Honestly, I wouldn't pay for anything WWE related right now outside of like an app to watch WrestleMania.
A lot of marks on, and we've already had to do that.
Heads up, Disney Plus. Shit's coming to an end.
Yeah. Oh shit. When you were riffing, you mentioned it. Albert Del Rio got arrested.
Did you say Albert?
I said Alberto.
I'm pretty sure you said Albert.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll hear it when we hear it. I don't know. Either way, Del Rio will say Albertus Del Rios.
Didn't we just bring this up?
No.
Last week, wasn't he arrested?
Was it when it happened? Okay, well, there's more shit that came out. They definitely confirmed, so a lot more happened. We might have mentioned it, but there wasn't really a lot. It was just like, oh, we saw he got arrested again, and it was reported it was domestic abuse. Yeah, they confirmed it was domestic abuse, and they're like, nah, we ain't letting him go. We ain't letting him go. He got released.
I have so many fucking random things to say, but I want to keep this podcast going if we can.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Let's move on to Shawn Michaels sleeping with Vince McMahon. Or at least Bret Hart claims that he figures that probably happened. Bret Hart does a disservice to all
Canadians. There are things you say, and there's things you don't. Saying something to that caliber is really, especially with someone that you claim to have managed to mend bridges with, Shawn Michaels, that being, and you're nah, he sucked Vince off, or Vince sucked him off. You know what I mean? Like it was it's like wow, dude. Like,
well, here's the thing.
You said the bitter shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he's bitter, but like, Shawn defended it, saying what he was like. There's rumors out there. Things are always gonna be said, but he's like, no, that didn't happen.
Yeah,
it's not like he's gonna be like, well. Yeah, there was that time.
And Nash and somebody else.
Throw him through the window.
I'm telling you, man, the beginning of the wars is great because you can see what a hard-on Vince has for HBK.
He did cry when Shawn lost his smile, man. He's like, you lost your smile, I lost my hard-on. What the fuck?
You remember when Shawn showed up and his eye was all black and blue? That wasn't the bar fight in Syracuse.
Nah, that definitely happened. That's the best part. I actually like that shit happened in our home state and only like fucking 45 minutes from me right now. Good shit.
No shit, right? We went off a tangent. Anyway, HBK was on the Masked Man show, and it got brought up and he denied the claim. So there's that. There was, I don't know if you saw, there was a release, and I'm not reading them. I didn't take screenshots. It was painful to read them because you got two people texting each other. It's a lot of shorthand and shit. It's, we're not going to read the thing, but
there's no punctuation, you fucking illiterate cocksuckers.
Yeah, listen,
I'm like, if you're going to send a text, use some punctuation.
They're busy guys. They're texting on the fly, But it was text messages between who the fuck was it? Triple H and like Ari Emanuel, I think, from TKO. And it just was really, it was part of a lawsuit. They had to release the text messages. And it just showed a lot of friction between Triple H and Vince McMahon, basically. Yeah. Their friction, as far as creative went. And here's the thing, man. Yeah, we don't have Vince anymore, but Triple H has been fucking up, too. So, I mean, that's for damn sure. So, Anyway, yeah, those messages.
You
came
have
out.
all the way up to Sunday night to make things better. And I'm predicting a certain thing, and we're going to get there when we get to our predictions, where he could change some shit around.
Okay.
TNA president, he pulled Nick Nemeth facing MJF and Leon Slater facing Ricochet at a, I guess, like a get-together.
An event.
Set up an event, with multiple promotions. And he claims, TNA president, Carlos Silva, that is, he claims it was with partner conflicts. WWE's like, yeah, I don't want him facing MJF or Ricochet from AEW. Fuck that shit.
Yep.
Look at, they own TNA in some ways. They already own AAA in many ways and have made AAA a WWE.
Oh, they definitely. Well, they
parody.
they 100% own AAA. AAA is
No,
part
they
of
do,
the-
but I'm saying it's become a parody of what AAA was. I think, at least in some ways.
Maybe, but I mean, I'm seeing a lot of shit, dude. I mean, you already talking about the absurd shit that they had down there. Much of that hasn't changed, and WWE's talent is leaning into it. Fucking Finn Balor had a puppet made of the demon.
Fair.
You know what I'm saying? So I think they're staying. You're not wrong. There's definitely going to be more of a WWE influence, but I feel like they're still keeping the spirit of what made AAA AAA. That's all I'm saying.
Well, and that being said, Undertaker announced actually earlier today before
Yes.
recording, it is going to be Mask versus Mask in Monterrey, Mexico, in the AAA on May 30th. El Grande Americano versus the OG El Grande Americano. Look, we selfishly wanted it for WrestleMania. We're like, it'd be so great, right? But that AAA crowd has been eating this shit up harder than the WWE fans would or could have. It's happening at the right show, and I'm actually eager to watch this. It'll
Same.
be on YouTube because that's how it's done with AAA, but that's fine.
That's even better.
I'm betting this is going to be a very, very popular match where people are going to be, one side versus not one side versus. They actually love Kaiser over there.
Oh,
They fucking love
100%.
Kaiser.
We talked about that previously, and I had said it's because the
He
reason
speaks the language.
well, not only that OG Americano Gable was a parody. So
Sure.
the American fans are like, ha 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 ha, he's Mexican, but he's not, right? But in Mexico, that's like a fucking insult.
Sure.
So that's why he's naturally heelish. And yes, Kaiser can speak Spanish, so they're like, fuck yeah, that's our real guy right there. So
I'm excited. So May 30th.
Me too.
Mask versus Mask.
I'm checking it out.
Man, if we could somehow watch that one live or somehow record, that'd be a fun one to do.
Let's see.
Our
when is
first AAA show, May 30th.
May
Let me guess,
30th.
it's fucking Labor Day.
It's a Saturday, Labor Day.
Saturday.
Oh, yeah, I think you're right. I think it is Labor Day
Memorial.
weekend. Memorial Day. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm right.
Yeah, we'll have to maybe look at that. So,
Riffing again.
following her 6 knockout tag team match, which her team lost against Ash by Elegance. It was ODB, Mickey James, and Taryn Terrell, who used to be Tiffany in WWE and dated Drew McIntyre, and then got both of them pretty much fucking nearly fired with a fight after SummerSlam 2009, and she was just drunk. And Drew nearly lost his job, but instead they said, hey, how about you go into 3M?
3MB.
But ODB was presented by Carlos Silva. He said that she is announced to be the next inductee into the TNA Hall of Fame.
Makes sense.
I liked ODB. I started watching TNA regularly around 2005, I want to say, when they first got a good TV deal on Spike, I think it was, or whatever channel it was at that time. And I fucking loved her, man. Like her, you had Awesome Kong, Gail Kim, a lot of great people. ODB, what I liked about her is she was a trailer park trash chick, and she went by that. And she'd always have a flask in her fucking tits, take out and drink, and then slap her tits really hard because she has like fucking quadruple D's, and then hit people with the tits or without the tits, one or the other. I liked ODB, honestly, so good for her. I think she was actually a women's pioneer in TNA wrestling one way or another. So, good for her.
There you go.
Not sure if it goes all the way into Bound for Glory, because that's usually when they do the Hall of Fame, that they announced it so early right now. Maybe they do one earlier than now, but maybe it's just, heads up, you're going in like 8 months from now. We talked about last week Punk's promo on Raw. Everybody's calling it Pipe Bomb 2, 3, 4.
3, 4, yeah, at this point, yeah.
We liked the Bucktooth Nepo baby part. That was great. One part he did say, and it didn't necessarily fall on deaf ears, especially to me. I heard it,
Same.
and I forgot to look it up. Is when he said, ghosts are in this very building of things that were supposed to happen. Motherfucker. It was him versus Benoit at Vengeance Night of Champions 2007. And to me, that sucks. He was able to bring it up. I bring it up on a fucking poster and I get ejected. I just said I wanted to see Benoit because anyway. But no, it was the exact arena that Punk was supposed to face Benoit. And what's crazy, fucking crazy, is that Punk was going to go over Chris Benoit, but when things got changed and they put John Morrison in there, John Morrison went over CM Punk. Never understand it to this date, but
yeah,
that's Punk's life, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's what he's dealt with. We're going to talk about how much he bitched out on Raw. We'll get there. Liv Morgan has a new song that dropped and a video. It's called Terrible. I'm sorry, that says Trouble. Trouble. Did you see it either on Raw or online?
The first time that I saw it was online, and the thing is, I didn't put the sound on. I just watched it because watching her like bending over and shit like that, I'm perfectly fine with. I don't have a problem with that.
In your head, you went bow, 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 bow.
More like slap, 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 slap. But anyway, that too. All right, let's circle back. Let's focus here, okay?
I'm trying.
Yeah, no, the song's terrible. I mean, what do you expect? I mean, really, what do you expect? I mean,
it looked like her being her with some auto-tune thrown into the mix.
Whatever, man. She's one of those, because do you remember when she got pulled over like in Florida and like she had like a weed vape on her and stuff?
Yeah.
And they started going through like her diary, and it's like, it's like, what do they fucking call that, like dream boards or some shit like that. It's like, if you want something, put it on a board and it's gonna happen.
Well, no, hang on. She had a goals list. Yeah. I'd like to do this. I'd like to do that. And not to be a dick, but maybe you have no fucking.
I want to write movies, but I just don't want to write them. I want to be in them. I want to star in them. I want to produce them.
Hey, man, we all have dreams, all right?
Oh, no reference, huh? You don't get the reference?
Oh, no, I got it. I got the fucking reference. I'm just saying I think that you're picking on her in the wrong way, man. Like,
I'm just busting balls.
When I was 10 years old, I was dreaming of doing a fucking podcast with my best friend.
Then he woke up sweating, saying, thank God that'll never happen.
Felt forever unclean.
Yeah.
All right, so in recent injury news, Nikki Bella, it's still kind of too close to call if she's going to be ready for WrestleMania. And I think, and what the rumor is, that's why they've held off on an Asuka Io Sky match.
Io Sky, yep.
Is because Asuka and Kairi Sane may be taking the place of that.
Absolutely.
In my eyes, if that's what you're going to do, then just give Io a random fucking tag partner who's doing nothing and just put her in the match as well. Make it a 5-way. I don't give a fuck. Io deserves to be in there somewhere.
No, fair enough, and it sucks. But, I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, I get it, man. She goes in there week in, week out. She's draws one of the biggest pops. And she
my fucking point exactly.
But
I guess the fucking LA Knights facing ISHO Speed in a multiple man tag match.
Well, we'll talk about that in a second. But with Io, I mean, I get it, because I mean, on top of all that, in the ring, she puts people over. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, that's one of her strongest suits. I don't know, not to take away.
Yeah, she nearly killed herself last week to do it.
Yeah, no shit, right? Thank God. But yeah, so I don't know, man. I get what you're saying. It definitely sucks. but you know what? You could have taken away spots from some other people and just, gave her a match. That's,
Well, just anything. How about she just fucking let her tag with Brie Bella? If Nikki's out, that's fine. Let her and her fucking silicone sit to the side.
Boy.
Let Io Sky tag. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Another injury that we do have, we're going to get into when we get to the pay-per-view, but Gabe Kidd has dislocated his shoulder. I hope the reason I know why is what happened, but I'll say.
Right.
We'll wait to get there. With TK's quick sniffs of the week. Tony Khan did say during the media scrum after the pay-per-view this past weekend that he did talk to Ricochet. He told him, this is not good. We can't do this again. Okay? Okay. And that was it. Basically. About his MS tweet. About, glad you have MS or whatever.
Yeah, TK's response was totally politician.
It was. But he also doesn't know how to... I watched him... Did you see the video of him with Vince Russo and Jonathan Coachman?
No.
Where Russo goes, I got to ask, that whole Punk media scrum during it, he's like, I thought of you. I'm like, man, this is his first real interaction as to what real politics of wrestling is like, and blah, blah, blah. And he goes, and you handle it with this and that. What would you think about it now? And he's like, I would definitely do things different, and blah, 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 and all this bullshit. And I'm like, looking at this right here, I'm like, no, you didn't. This is your chance to set something right for at least, all you had to do is suspend him for 30 days. That's it.
Yeah.
Call it a day, and I actually would have think, okay, nice reprimand.
Or
nope, he was on the second or third match of the pay-per-view this past weekend.
They moved him from Dynamite to Ring of Honor for 1 week, and then next week he was on TV wrestling, cutting promos. So,
look at him defending or letting Ricochet off in a weird way. I'm okay with compared to this next claim. Uncle Dave claims for his week.
Double duh.
He said Stephanie McCure made a major mistake joining WWE rather than AEW. Sure, she is a champ and on TV weekly. But do you know how many 5-star matches she left on the table?
This is the final nail in the coffin of Dave Meltzer.
But
this
to me,
is
I'm like, and those are worth what?
Yeah.
Even if you gave her a 14-star match, it does nothing for her. She's not making more money, no exposure, this, that. You just jacked off harder than you did to anything else.
She's a worldwide name now. My son wouldn't have seen her if it weren't for her being on WWTV, because I don't have AEW TV on. I wouldn't have been watching it. Like I said, it's a final nail because you are now the rhetoric about yourself. People have
literally
been telling
gone,
you.
Do you know how many matches I would have given her a 5-star for? Now because she works at a company, I can't do it.
Yeah.
That's what I heard. It's 100% what I heard.
Well, that and he cares more about fucking a star rating than he does an actual match or what the person is as a whole.
Did you see that he was at SmackDown on the side where the cameras are, the non-hard camera side? And there's this video of a guy that's videoing him watching Trick versus Matt Cardona, and he goes, "You're a 6-year-old fucking loser rating matches. What the fuck are you doing here? Go home." And I was like,
wow.
That's a great video. I don't give a shit who thinks it's funny or not. I thought it was great.
All right.
So on Dynamite, Jericho. No, I'm not saying Chris. Jericho. Both at the pay-per-view, Dynamite, and his return. It's just, ladies and gentlemen, Jericho.
Fine.
Was he the wrestler formerly known as Chris Jericho?
Just drop the name. It's a mononym.
It's like when they said Cope, and then 3 weeks later they're like, we meant Adam Copeland. You were right. He's going to be Chris Jericho in like 3 weeks.
Yeah,
I can almost... Yeah.
I think this one's easier because, I mean, shit, when I talk about him, I don't say Chris Jericho. I just say Jericho because we know who the fuck we're talking about. So
Okay,
I
fine.
think it'll stick
From
around.
here on out, I'm just Fantasia. Just
No,
I want
you're
you to
not.
call me Fantasia.
No,
See?
you can. No, but
See?
you're not
You got
Chris
standards.
fucking Jericho, bro.
Yeah, I'm better, bro.
You're something.
I'm not the Judas in my mind. I'm the Jesus in my mind.
Oh,
Somehow it worked.
You mean a Red Cross doctor? Topical.
I was made out of nowhere. Somehow it happened. Anyway,
I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
so on Collision, 24 fucking hours before the actual pay-per-view, the Dogs, Clark Connors, David Finlay, and Gabe Kidd win the trios titles back from Mystico and Jet Speed, who they just won it from 3 weeks ago at the last pay-per-view, right? They win the those trios tag titles, Collision, and then immediately get challenged by Roderick Strong, Orange Cassidy, and a member to be named tomorrow night at the pay-per-view. So bam,
Hooray.
bam, bam. The champions who just lost don't even get a rematch. Nope, we're just moving on. How about we just put them both in the fucking Collision Gauntlet, or the Casino Gauntlet? Let's do that. Because that's what happened. We're going to get there. Royce Keys defeated Berto, and Danhausen defeated Kit Wilson, both in their debuts. I kind of wish the debut for Danhausen was just pushed a touch into WrestleMania somehow. I didn't give a fuck if it was on pre-show.
Right.
It would have been giving people a reason to even watch the pre-show, honestly. But
Ooh, what if they have him on the panel?
so hang on, I have a couple
Okay.
of theories
All
on
right.
that.
All right.
Okay.
All right. I got.
So, first of all, I like how he won. Kit was on the top rope, and he got the fireworks to go off right in the corner for him to be cursed. Look at man, it's working. I don't give a shit. I'm happy with it. It's making me smile, which is weird. Where I go, cool segment.
Yep.
I'll take that. You know what I mean? Look at if
Absolutely.
Nia Jax each week fell down and said my hole, I'd smile each week. It'd be something different and fun. But everything has just been cut, copy, paste with bullshit of especially like your Pat McAfee's and all that shit recently. So especially SmackDown. To be honest with you, I feel like SmackDown is just like I feel like they should have their own night of WrestleMania and do it on their own. And then the rest is Raw on the other night because right now I don't give a fuck about 80% of SmackDown shit, which is
Agreed.
night one.
Agreed. Yep.
Jade Cargill, she defeated Io Sky. Again, whatever. Jacob Fatu did defeat Tama Tonga, and then Drew McIntyre came out and beat him, used some handcuffs, and because of bullshit that happened at like the Royal Rumble in 2021 with Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns, WWE has officially decided to not use real handcuffs.
I saw that. Yeah.
Which is why Jacob was able to just put his body weight into it, and they just broke. That was it. Like, it was enough to do that. However, people are like, yeah, it's kind of bullshit. Use the real things. Nah, I saw what happened when they used the real things. Don't ever use the real things again, man. Use twist ties. I don't give a fuck.
15
Don't ever
minutes.
use real
15
handcuffs.
minutes got added to that match just because of the fucking handcuffs.
Last man standing, too.
Yeah.
The ref's
That
like,
was terrible.
8, 9. Does anybody have a set of bolt cutters? Anybody? Oh my god, I don't think we recorded that. I think we recorded only the Royal Rumble match for that night. But we
Right.
watched that match together.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck, I wish we had recorded that because we were dying. We're like, oh my god, it's 7 minutes now.
Terrible.
Speaking of terrible, I like that. Good transition. Sami Zayn on SmackDown. He goes, you know what? Some people don't like me, and it's fine. But all my real fans who love me, especially here in San Jose, you guys love me. Boo. You called it. I'm saying it that you called it weeks in advance because people are going to say they called it, but I'm saying you called it. They're going to do a nice double turn at WrestleMania. I think Trick doesn't win the title. Sami Zayn retains with a low blow, kick to the dick, whatever the fuck you want to call it. But Trick is going to go over, and Sami's going to get booed hard. You called it, and I hope to God that is the exact way to go. Because if you go over with him just being the underdog and him just being, yes, I won again.
Oh, I mean,
I'm
that
gonna
in
lose my
itself.
shit.
We'll wait till we get to talking, doing predictions, because I got a quick thought about that one.
And Pat McAfee tells the world, just fuck it. Don't even bother watching night 2. Don't buy tickets. Don't watch it. Don't, whatever the case is.
I think you've got that backwards.
100%. He's got it backwards. It's just like, what the fuck were they thinking? Like, hey, I need you to shit on night 2. The funniest part, have you seen the up-to-date numbers?
No.
Night 2 is still up by 2,000 or 3,000 tickets.
Wow.
And
Why
Pat's
would it
like,
be?
don't buy them. Buy this night. And everybody's like, fuck you, motherfucker.
Yeah, it worked backwards.
100%. And now Jelly Dough is getting involved with this shit too.
Hooray!
Have you seen the parody video? It's like if Ari Emanuel and TKO were able to produce WrestleMania 42's main event, and it's the My Way Limp Bizkit video, but it's just Pat McAfee and Jelly Roll having issues face to face and shit. I was like, it's sad and true, man.
Uh-huh.
Look at we saw Travis Scott last year. Next year we're getting Mr. Beast and
Logan Paul. Yep, Kenny
Logan
called
Paul.
it.
I was gonna say Justin Bieber. Doesn't
Kenny
matter.
called it. Yeah, give it time.
All right, so AEW Dynasty on Sunday night. Sunday night, by the way, in Vancouver, British Columbia. Started at 8 p.m. Ended at 12:30 and 18 minutes in the morning. Look, if you really like your fans and respect them, some of them got jobs. At least 10% of them. The rest of them, I understand, are neckbeards that live at home with mommy and daddy, but
Sure.
or those overweight people that are like, hey, honey, I'm going to watch AEW tonight. Great meme, by the way. That shit was excellent.
Looks like somebody we know.
Oh, my God, you're right. Good moment. I love that whole thing I found out was improvised, how the mother was just doing her whole thing.
I think it's Scorsese's mom. Yeah.
It is. That's the best fucking part. I
Yeah.
love it. The opening contest, the Young Bucks defeated Okada and Takeshita. 23 minutes. Now, let me say this.
That's all they gave him?
Heh. That's fucking funny. They didn't open on a mid-match. Like they have for the last 4 out of 5.
Bummer.
Yeah. So it was like 4 out of 6. Now, there was a couple of good moments where both Young Bucks had, and by the way, a thing I noticed between the Young Bucks, Darby Allin, Daniel Garcia, and maybe one other person. Not everybody can do a fucking sharpshooter / Scorpion Deathlock. All right, like that's you should check around. Anybody doing that move tonight? Oh, you are? Fuck, we're not doing it. I saw 6 on this pay-per-view.
Wow.
Too many. You know what I mean? It's like I thought the super kick was used too much. Now the sharpshooter is getting used by too many people.
Interesting. Okay.
Good moment though, where both Bucks had Okada and Takeshita in sharpshooters, and they were face to face. And when Okada looked like he wanted to tap, Takeshita held his hand and then bitch slapped him hard across the face, and Okada got pissed and was like, okay, and bitch slapped him. They went back and forth, getting each other jacked up again, which, good movement. Then, one of the Bucks moved out of the way, and Takeshita gave Okada a running knee to the face, which is one of his finishers. Everybody lost their mind. Okada kicks out. Then Okada goes to hit the Rainmaker on one of the Bucks, and they duck, and he just happens to hit Takeshita. So both have now hit accidental finishers on each other. And then just as they go to do the... What the fuck is it where Nick does the flip off the top rope? Not top rope, like the middle of the top rope on the outside, and does a flip into a tombstone pile driver.
The Meltzer driver? Meltzer driver, yep.
Just as he's going to do it, Takeshita holds Nick's foot. And everybody's like, boo, boo. And he just looks up at Nick and just lets go. And the crowd popped like a motherfucker. To me, the pop was Wardlow giving the ring to CM Punk in that dog collar match. And they hit the Meltzer driver on Okada. And Matt Jackson got the pin on Kazuchika Okada. And I say that's a big fucking thing to me. If you look
Only
at it,
in
you know what I'm saying?
AEW.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That was I liked it. I liked how the match was. I think it could have ended in 15 rather that long. Oh shit! I just realized I looked up right now and I have to say this. I got to go back to SmackDown. Did you hear where they said Danhausen hails from as they gave his introduction to the ring for his match?
No, I see it in the notes. I'm not sure what the reference is to.
He hails from 1311 Mockingbird Lane. He is a neighbor to the Munsters.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay.
I fucking love it. All right, I think that's amazing. Brilliant,
absolutely.
Smart. Good shit. Okay, so Ricochet defeated Jericho. Half the crowd sang Judas on My Mind. They're like, I think I kind of remember this. This one went 20 minutes, and I think for Jericho's first match back, his last match was Dynasty of last year, and they said it was 367 days or some shit like that. I think he should have been stopped at 10:15 alone as well. He looked a little winded, and Ricochet won by doing not only a splash, and as he went for the pin, the GOA, Gates of Agony, go, no, and they pointed. And Ricochet ran up, hit the second rope, and did a lion salt, just like Jericho, and got the pin, which I was like, okay, nice touch. I'm not going to lie, nice touch. Let's go back real quick. Bucks, Okada, and Takeshita, we go out of 10 here. I'll give this match a 7, okay? I think it was pretty decent. Had a lot of good pops, a lot of good moments. It had a storyline to it. I like that, as opposed to just pile drivers on the heads for no reason. This is the Don Callis family versus the Bucks. It's been going on. I'm okay with this. Takeshita and Okada have had their shit. So that's why I give it, we'll say 6.5, 7. Ricochet and Jericho, yeah, I'm going to give it like a fucking 3.5, 4.
What else about this match stood out?
So this is the other thing. I sent you a video and I go, bro, when has this bitch always sounded like Stephanie McMahon? She was counting Jericho on the side of the ring. If you hit a 3, it's fucking dead. All right, no, it was but she was like 1, 2, and I sent her, I go, when the fuck has she been like this? And it's funny because then she put up a picture of what she looked like at this Dynasty pay-per-view. And I don't know what it's called in real life on the back of a horse, but their giant ponytail, not the ass part. I'm sorry, the one that goes down their actual head. The mane, motherfucker. I go, oh, she ain't horsing around, man. She looks great.
Dude, the best part was she gave a shout out to the person that did her hair placement, aka Weave.
AKA the farmer. So, all right. Again, I'll give this like a 3.5, 4. Darby Allin and Andrade. Overall, I'm going to give this match 7.5. Good moments, man. One of my favorites was Darby threw Andrade into the ropes, where he did his tranquilo thing, where he is between the top and middle rope, just kind of putting his elbow up and looking at him. Fucking Darby just ran at him as hard he could and speared him, and they both went flying out of the ring. And I go, all right, that was a good spot. I like that. That's a good way to counter that. There was a part where it looked like Andrade was trying to give Darby a Spanish fly. And Darby countered it in the mid-air, and they both landed where he put him into a crippler crossface. Crowd lost their shit. Even I was like, that was a good fucking move. Andrade takes pictures with some slut at the ringside. Also, during the middle of the match, pulls his pants down, goes from pants to just shorts. Crowd loses their mind. Don't know why. And then Darby got the win with his pin that I like, where it looks like he's going for a sharpshooter, cross the legs, but then flips his body over your head and pulls your legs down for that pin.
Yep.
Sick pin, which means that he won the opportunity to face the winner of MJF and Kenny Omega when he's ready. The picture that's going around everywhere is Andrade shaking Darby Allin's hand, and it looks like his cup shifted a bit too much. We're going to be honest. He didn't have a boner. We can both tell the cup shifted. However, the fucking things I've seen online are killing me. Yo, Andrade showed his whole Ilidio. Is that a banana in your pocket? Are you happy to see Darby? A lot of great things. And I was like, it's just funny because it's the real cup that shifted, but another one was like, now we see why Charlotte left him, because it looks like if it was hard, it was really just kind of small anyway. It's fucking great.
Heed.
Boy, Heed. He's going to cry his big melon on his huge pillow tonight. FTR retained their tag titles against Edge and Christian. That's right, not Cope and Christian. Edge got busted open the hard way when the tag title got hit to his head by Cash Wheeler. Fine, whatever.
Tough break.
Then they had the TNT title Casino Gauntlet match, because now that Kyle Felcher is out for quite some time, he had to forfeit his title. Thank God they didn't do a fucking interim bullshit. First two people were Tommaso Ciampa and Rush. Ciampa got unfortunately busted open the hard way somehow, and they never explained how. He was just bleeding, not pouring buckets, just a cut. And then there was many moments I was like, yeah, they're gonna give it to Ciampa, because he was the last one to have Sylvie, right? And even the promo before the match was him, and I was like, yeah, he's gonna get it. And then while Daniel Garcia put Speedball Mike Bailey into a sharpshooter, there it is.
Why would you do a sharpshooter? Oh wait, this is a
it's
pinfall. It's not a ladder
It's
match.
pinfall.
Never mind. I thought it.
Correct.
Yeah,
nope,
yeah,
just
my
pinfall.
My
But
bad.
more people come in. But if you ended at number 3, then the match is over, right? There could be 70 other competitors, roughly, or quote unquote. But Garcia has the sharpshooter on Speedball, and then bends his back all the way back, and because Speedball can bend, so he is back to back, nearly head to head with Speedball. And Speedball's fucking tag team partner, Kevin Knight, jumps off the top rope and hits a body splash that splashes both guys. And then he covers Daniel Garcia and wins the TNT Championship.
Sure.
Thank you. It's funny you say that. We'll get to this in a minute or two. Thelka, retained versus Jamie Hayter. Moment of the match for me is where Jamie Hayter was somewhat on the outside in between both ropes, and Tekla hit her with a boot to the face. There was no faking. Like, it was a straight concussed kick to the fucking dome. And I was
What do you call that? That wouldn't be a potato. You call that a yam?
Yeah. I like that. She yammed her.
Did you see that she got in trouble? Thekla got in trouble because she fucking showed up shit-faced, apparently?
Yeah, but then she still retained on the pay-per-view. So.
Yeah. Well, TK doesn't fire anybody he likes, so.
Depends what kind of HJs he's gotten over the OTP.
Please.
Jon Moxley, in a 20-minute time limit match, beat Will Ospreay at like minute 18, which bothers me. First, Will Ospreay, the match began where both guys were holding the ropes, the second ropes, and looking at each other like they're ready to run at each other. We seen him do it with Daniel Bryan, right? Jon Moxley went running in, and he just wasn't ready and just caught a hidden blade right to the fucking jaw. And it actually made Moxley bleed from the mouth immediately. But Ospreay just stood there over him for like 30 seconds rather than pin him, because they thought it was a big moment. Oh, he's not going for the pin. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, he took like a pile driver on the steps. He took 3 or 4 Death Riders, were his DDT to the head finishers, before he actually beat Will Ospreay. So it was a Will Ospreay match.
Pretty much. It was an AEW match.
So, the conglomeration, they had challenged the Dogs, who just won the tag titles less than 24 hours ago. Those trios tag titles. Mm-hmm. First, out comes Roderick Strong, and he goes, Orange! Orange! Continuing his Adam thing, but this is fucking played out and shitty now. And it's like a house. And there's a couch sitting there with a blanket. And he lifts up the blanket, and it's orange. And he goes, "Aren't you ready to go?" And he goes, no, not really." Then you hear a knock on the door. And they open the door, and the mystery man is Kyle O'Reilly. Vancouver's own. Okay. Kyle comes in and goes, "Did someone say conglomeration?" In my head, I go, "Motherfucker, I don't think anybody said conglomeration, if I'm not mistaken."
It's a sitcom they're doing, basically.
No, I know what they're doing.
Yeah.
But no one said the word. And they go, no, I never said it. And he goes, "Conglomeration." And then does this stupid face I'm going to show you right now in the middle of the screen.
Yeah.
I was like, the fuck am I watching right now?
Terrible.
They come to the ring. Fine. Great. I know they're doing a sitcom thing, but it's fucking dumb.
It is. 100%.
Did you see what the dogs did?
I did.
So, first, out comes David Finlay with like an axe or whatever, or a crowbar, and just starts beating the fuck out of the door. Second is Clark Connors, who puts his championship on that couch, lays over it, and starts humping it. Immediately, the fucking Chappelle things of "fuck your couch" were popping up everywhere. Now, this part, I don't know if it's real, if he really did, or if it was a prop.
Yeah,
I would assume was a prop.
Yeah, probably.
But Gabe Kidd puts his back towards the camera in the center of it and pisses on the couch. And you see the liquid, but it looks like he was pushing so hard there was like 7 streams coming out at different points, which makes me think it was a squirt gun. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or like a squirt, like
like a bladder with a hose on it or something.
Yeah. But it made me laugh because I was like, I think they did it in one of the Austin Powers movies where he's trying to pee to keep it going to look like he's peeing with the guard, and it's like you see like multiple streams coming down and you're pushing so hard. That's what it looked like when Gabe Kidd did that. But then I was also like, did he only have so little to piss that's actually what came out of him was 7 streams at once? Then they flip the couch over. Fuck your couch. And it's just a mayhem match like all the other fucking dogs matches have been so far. And 23 and a half hours after winning the titles from Mystico and Jet Speed, the dogs drop the titles as Clark Connors taps out to a Kyle O'Reilly leg lock that they actually missed the tap because they were too busy looking at something else on the side.
Awesome.
Also, Gabe Kidd dislocated his shoulder in this match. And everyone was like, was it when you were straining to piss?
I know, right?
Oh, man. It was... I laughed, though. The fact that they destroyed the set and pissed on it and all that shit. I go, all right. Clark Connors humping it made me laugh actually the hardest out of all of them. I was like, because he did it so like, see what I'm doing to your couch? Yeah. He had his hand on his own back, like a fucking like 80s porno. I fucking loved it. I thought it was great. And then MJF retained against Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega is the new Rock. You're so vain. I bet you're looking at the Titantron. You're so vain. Go back and watch as many clips as you can of this match. Everything he goes to do, he's looking up the Titantron going, okay, yeah, it's on my face. I'm going to do the move now. Okay.
Looks like Christian Bale in American Psycho.
Oh, my God, dude, for real. 100%.
Look at the camera.
It annoys the shit out of me. He hit a fucking one-wing angel off the goddamn top rope, doesn't win, hits another one, and the ref doesn't come in for like 30 seconds after another ref knockout.
Remember that finisher used to be protected?
Well, people are saying it's still protected because none of them were direct pins right after. MJF came out on the Cody elevator kind of thing as a devil, left putting the same dumb crowd on, and did like a devil horns while he's already wearing devil horns.
Yeah,
all I could think of is he was like, hey, loser. So, yeah, that ended the pay-per-view at 4 hours and 18 minutes. 12:18 if you are in New York and decide you have to go to work at 7 or 8 in the morning. It's not even worth it. Anyway, tonight on Dynamite, it is their spring break. Look, I think they're going to try to pull some shit because it is WrestleMania week. Now, I always think that because they try to and they put some matches on and nothing necessarily happens. But MJF is facing Darby Allin tonight in Seattle, Washington, which is Darby's hometown.
I told you.
I don't think he's winning it, though.
What if?
They're not doing it on Dynamite.
I'm saying they're doing it. I agree with you, but I'm still calling
If they
it.
do, you're getting 1,000,000,000% credit on that. I don't think they're doing it. It's going to be some bullshit. A low blow, guaranteed.
Probably. Yeah.
And the Dynamite ring will get involved.
Always does.
Which, I got to say, quick side thing. I just, been kind of dabbling through the league. And I just saw the episode where they shoot the porno in Andre's place and they use the ring.
Kiss it.
Kiss the ring. And when he pushes, what's his name, on the couch.
Oh, yeah. Pete falls on the couch. Ah!
God damn.
I contracted thrush.
Is that a vaginal disease? All right. But also, out of these 3 title matches, you got MJF, Darby Allin. Willow Nightingale is taking on Camille because Camille jumped her after being out for like 561 days.
Yeah.
She was out for a couple years, and she just jumped Willow Bertha Faye for no reason.
Camille here!
And she gets a title match just for pushing someone up against a garage door. And Kevin Knight is going to defend his newly won TNT title against Claudio Castagnoli. I bet you Claudio wins. That they did this title thing just for the pay-per-view, just like they did the War thing or the Dogs thing just for the pay-per-view, and then another title change. He does title changes just for cheap pops. It's WrestleMania week. I bet you out of all the title changes, Claudio wins.
There you go. That makes sense. We'll see.
And it better. The dude cannot beat Claudio if you look at him. It's James Ellsworth versus The Rock.
But that's AEW.
Thank you. Good call. On Monday Night Raw, Obafemi, he went toe-to-toe with Paul Heyman. First, Brock Lesnar signed the contract, said what he had to, said no one's going to remember Obafemi. Then Obafemi went toe-to-toe with Heyman on the mic, and I thought it was pretty good.
Solid. Very solid.
Yeah, he did a good job.
Yep.
In saying, I've dropped him so many times recently, and he's like, that's an omen as to what's going to happen. I fucking love it. Kairi Sane defeated Io Sky. So all 3 of these ladies, as we've talked about, don't have a match. Again, does it have to do with the Bellas, with what's going on? The Usos gave an honorary Us shirt to LA Knight. It's the sign of the times. They defeated the MFTs. Tama Tonga had a stare down in there where...
That was good, yeah.
Yep. Showing some signs of things. Yes,
so,
please.
Remember a couple
ODM.
weeks ago, I said the Usos came out, and I was like, hey, they got new music, and they're not coming through the crowd. Let's stay on this trend. Apparently the backlash was so big, they ditched the new music, and they're going back through the crowd again.
It's just us, Oos. 2 of us, Oos.
Great.
Gunther and Rollins, they ended up brawling. Gunther said, the main reason is I hate how you've walked around here acting like you're the best, blah, 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 blah. Fine. It doesn't give me any care to this match.
Okay, now, I'll wait till we talk about Mania. I'll wait.
Okay. The match that actually had the most traction out of Raw was Liv Morgan and Stephanie Vaquer because of how Liv's hatred reaction looked compared to how Raw ended. I was like, well, at least they look like they're ready to fucking fight. Roman and Punk look like they're going to give each other the double Dutchers.
I was watching with Wheezy, and right before it cut off, I go, and then they kiss. Here's the thing.
I was talking about the double Dutch rudder.
Yeah, okay. You know more about it than I do.
Wait, you haven't seen Zach and Miri make a porno, right?
No.
Okay. Jason Mewes is in it, which is Jay of Jay and Silent Bob. And he's like, yo, man, he goes, you were banging my girlfriend. He goes, nah, man, I tried to get her to do the double Dutch rudder, but she wasn't interested. And he goes, what the fuck is that? He goes, you don't know what it is? He goes, a Dutch rudder is where I put my hand on my dick, but you grab my bicep and you move my arm up and down. So it's like I'm not stroking my dick, you are. He goes, the double Dutch is where we both grab our own dicks and we both work each other's arms. He goes, feels good, sir. That's what I imagine what was basically going to happen right there with Punk and Roman at the end of it. I'm sorry about what I said about your daddy.
Some things you can unhear, bro.
Oh, you should watch the scene. I'm just kidding. But Liv Morgan and Stephanie McCure. Liv looked like a psycho. First of all, did you see her, Raquel, Lana?
You're damn right I saw.
Okay. The unbuttoned pants at Coachella. I'm like, oh, you know what you're doing, you fucking minx.
Whoor.
Whore. But
That's why she looked so crazy. I think she was so burned out from Coachella. She had fucking circles under her eyes.
She had CM Punk bags under her eyes, and it's like she didn't sleep at Coachella, man. What the fuck was she on all weekend? We're gonna get a thing on Raw or on
several
WrestleMania.
Dicks, probably.
She didn't pass the fucking drug exam. She can't face Stephanie McCure. No, she looked unhinged with the eyes, and I'm not sure if that was on purpose or it really was Coachella. I'm blaming Coachella.
I think it was Coachella, yeah, for real.
Yeah, wait, it was The Cure. No, not The Cure, I'm sorry. Raquel, her, Lana. I thought
Maxine
there was one
Dupree.
other chick.
Maxine
No, not
Dupree.
Maxine Dupree. There was
Tiffany
a gay
Stratton.
guy involved in the one picture. I was like,
She was in one. Tiffany Stratton was there.
No, JoJo Offerman.
JoJo, yes.
Because everybody's like, oh, she still hangs with JoJo even though she doesn't bang Bo Dallas anymore. I'm like, she's probably friends with JoJo before she was banging Bo Dallas because she's the ex, or not the ex, but she's the widow of Bray Wyatt.
Bray, yeah, okay. Okay. I got confused.
I'm reading things on. I read a lot of shit. I got time. Anyway.
Stop riffing.
Rusev, after losing the tag title, or I'm sorry, not tag title, after losing a tag team match with all the guys that are basically in the ladder match,
right?
He beat the piss out of everybody. And I was like,
yeah.
And I go, because that means you're not going to do it at WrestleMania. Because I just last week was like, I'd really like him to win. Now I'm pissed off, and I don't think he's going to win.
Agreed.
Javon Evans could be the youngest Intercontinental Champion of all time.
Dude, I told you, man. This kid's
I'd be
fucking
okay with
great.
it. Especially if they pulled him and a Zack Ryder from WrestleMania 32.
Boom.
Drops the title the very next night.
Boom.
Yep.
I like it.
I don't give a fuck, Gunther. I don't give a shit. Just someone just destroys him the next night. And I wrote it this way. Did Punk and Roman just ruin this entire feud with respect? Sorry what I said about your father. I envy you. I want to be you. I wish I had a title reign for 1,316 days. Yeah, well, you're going to acknowledge me. Okay, buddy. All right, buckaroo.
It was weird. I don't know why it went down that way. The way I'm going to justify it in my head is it's just Punk playing mind games. He just fucking pulled a swerve on him and just went 180 degrees. He still interrupted Roman before he could start his own promo, which I fucking love that he's been doing that
those
every single time.
Well,
the way I'm justifying it is, he's switching up the mind games.
Well, and we're going to get into it in about 3 minutes when we start talking about night 2. But
3 minutes?
Right. Friday night, Hall of Fame begins at 12 o'clock Eastern, which is basically Saturday morning. Remember last year? Jey Uso, before his world title fight, asleep in the fucking crowd. Booker T, asleep in the crowd. They showed us like 8 pictures of everybody asleep. I'm like, and they're doing it again. Now, yeah, it's 9 a.m. in Vegas. Fine. Or 9 p.m. in Vegas on Friday, but come on, man. Have some decency. And they're running a SmackDown just a little bit before it.
Mm-hmm.
But we got Stephanie McMahon, AJ Styles, Axe and Smash of Demolition. Here comes the Axe. Sid Justice and Bad News Brown will both be in the Legends induction.
Legacy,
I'm sorry. Legacy with no speeches.
Speech. Yep.
Pisses me off a bit. At least a little bit, man. I mean, but really, what's a daughter or a son going to really be able to say that the other person can really say? But
they might do like a quick voiceover, show some clips.
Make a pre-show for this fucking Hall of Fame. How about at 11 p.m. before you start hitting record or broadcast? Let those people have at least 10 minutes apiece to say their own shit. Just something. Just personal opinion. Dennis Rodman. And then our immortal match. Hogan slamming Andre. That's what I'm going to call it. It's not WrestleMania 3's match. It's Hogan slamming Andre.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just shit match. I never cared for it.
Yeah, Andre couldn't move. That's why he barely went down, and when he went down, he stayed next to the rope so he could help himself up.
You announced this when I was on vacation. I remember listening to it when I was out having a chicken nugget out near the parking lot. And you were like, yeah, this match is just in here for one moment. I go, one thing I don't have to correct him on? Okay. I was like, good call, man. I'm so glad you said it just that way. It was said earlier today that The Miz and Michael Cole will be hosting the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Danhausen will be there. He's had enough fun with Miz. I hope he's there.
He's going to come out accepting his Hall of Fame spot.
Oh, my fucking God. I didn't even think about it. Could you imagine, like, Bad News Brown and just walks out and he goes, thank you. I'm a Badhausen. Like, whatever the fuck. Oh, my God. Dude, that would be amazing. I hope you... That would be a call by you.
Oh, fuck yeah.
That'd be a good one. Yo, I watched a video of him backstage signing photographs with CM Punk side by side.
Yeah,
and
like
Punk gives him a 20. He goes, ooh, that's more than a 5. And he goes, stay away from me. And he goes, can't guarantee that.
They also showed video of him paying off the pyrotechnics guys for the match.
Yo, you can't tell me the guy's not being pushed properly.
Oh,
at least some good ways. Elimination Chamber, out of sight, out of mind. He's been great since.
Oh, yeah.
Now, that being said, on Raw, he did say, Adam Pearce, I'd like to talk to John Cena. I can't see him, but I'd like to talk to him. And he's like, you'll see him at WrestleMania. I think he is going to... This is my guess. I bet you somehow, just at the end of the night, on Saturday, he curses John Cena, and he comes out Sunday as the fucking host.
Oh, my God, that'd be hilarious.
Or...
I like...
John Cena. I doubt John Cena will put on Danhausen face paint, but something to a fucking effect like that he's cursed and it shows it.
They'll fuck around with it for sure. It was great because Danhausen had a flub on Raw when he was doing that. Mm-hmm. He like accidentally brushed himself in the nose, but he sold it great. He's like, ow.
He's fast, man. I like him. There's another video I saw of him walking around looking at all the trucks. And, like, this got to have Danhausen on it. And he's looking. He's like, okay, all right, John Cena. Okay, that makes sense. And he sees Tiffany Stratton. Then he goes, all right, this is the last one. And he sees another one of his Tiffany Stratton. And he goes, she has two. This is wrong. Oh, shit. I can't wait to watch the Danhausen show. Make it like the Bray Wyatt Firefly Funhouse, man. Just give me a weekly segment of Danhausen doing dumb shit, and I'll watch.
Yeah,
I'm in.
Absolutely.
All right, man, let's give our predictions because I have the matches 100% in order as they've already unfortunately spoiled to us, which sucks a dick. I really have already planned out my bathroom breaks and stuff for this show. You know what sucks is we have 3 on the first night, 3 women's matches back to back to back. It'd be very easy to go to the bathroom. I could have diarrhea.
One of them, you can probably go make a meal.
And then have the diarrhea. All right, so Usos, LA Knight versus the Vision and I Show Speed. I think Vision, I Show Speed will go over. Usos are going to blame LA Knight and take him out at the end of the match. Not the end of the match, but post-match. And I'll build from there.
Remember maybe a month ago, Maxine finally wrestled another match, Maxine Dupree, and she lost like real quick. And at the end, later in that night, we saw her in the background against the wall, and the Vision were talking with her. Since then, there have been a couple more segments with Austin Theory talking to her in the background of sketches. Do you remember when Maxine Dupree hit the main roster, what stable she was in?
Wasn't Alpha America?
Nope. Before that.
No.
The Models Group. Who was the head of that
LA
stable?
Knight. Oh.
Dupree's going to turn heel. Screw LA Knight. Heels are going to win.
I don't think WWE thinks that far back, man. I'd like to give you credit.
They've been doing like strategically placed background things.
Okay. Oh no, I've been seeing.
Maybe it's not related, but I mean,
I've been seeing.
I'm throwing it out there because I think it's there. So
So either way, though, all right, LA Knight is going to be the one that takes the pin.
Probably. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. Or Jim. Or James. Jimothy?
Nope. Jimothy. Jimothy. I like that one. That's a good one. Oh, my God. When we were on vacation, you know when you're in a hotel, only certain channels, you're like, yeah, this is the one I guess I'll be sticking on for the
rest of the night? Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Office was on replay on Comedy Central.
Oh,
We're like, yeah, fuck it.
Sweet.
And it was where Angela was crying, and I don't know why she's like, and jazz music is stupid. Just play the right note. And I was like, that's such a funny fucking line. Anyway, so the next match on Saturday will be Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre. I can't see Fatu losing. Drew's going away to go do Highlander. I feel like Fatu takes the win.
Agreed.
Women's World Title. Here's our 3 women's matches in a row. Stephanie Vakir versus Liv Morgan. I'm calling Liv.
Yeah, this is a tough one, man. Liv's definitely on that trajectory. They obviously think the world of her. But, I mean, I guess you could say the music videos and one of those things where it's like, hey, we're going to start transitioning you into something a little bit different. And based on the next match, I think that Vakir is going to retain.
Okay. Women's IC title match. AJ Lee and Becky Lynch. So I assume you think because you can't have back-to-back title swaps is what you're basically saying. You're saying Becky Lynch is going to win this.
Even back-to-back heels.
Okay. All right. You're right. 100%. I already saw Becky taking the win for this. I think it's going to be by cheating of some form. Whether it's foot on the ropes, a fucking brass knucks, I don't give a shit. Title to the head. I think Becky takes her title back.
Yep. Agreed.
Women's tag titles. The Irresistible Forces. Nia Jax, Lash Legend. Charlexa, Alexa Bliss, and Charlotte Flair. The Bella Twins, ? And Bayley and Lyra Valkyra. I think fucking Irresistible Forces are just going to retain. Doesn't matter who's in this match.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. My only pivot would be that I could see them putting them on the Bellas for a quick cup of coffee. I could see them doing it just to get the WrestleMania moment. And I would say that if the Bella Twins compete, I'm gonna pick the Bella Twins if they compete. If not, Irresistible Forces retain.
Okay, and you're not wrong. I can agree to that. It all really matters if Nikki's implant is back in place or not. Not a joke. All right, Gunther versus Rollins. He's gonna fucking choke Rollins out. He won't tap, but he's gonna choke Rollins out.
Yeah, agreed.
There's no way Rollins. If Rollins wins this match, he loses. Gunther loses all the credibility from Styles and Cena and all that shit.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Rollins is definitely going down, but he's not going to get pinned or submit. He's going to get choked out.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
With a referee stoppage.
Yep, that makes sense.
And I really hope to God Randy Orton closes WrestleMania Night 1 as the champion.
Same.
I'm over Cody Rhodes as a possibility. I'm also hating this whole Jelly Roll and Pat McAfee bullshit. It's ruined it. It absolutely. You had to rely on legacy. Mwah, call it a day. That's all you had to do.
Yeah.
You could even mention Ted. You could mention the people that you could fucking mention the Fatu that was in there for one moment. Or not Fatu. It was Jimmy Snuka's son, the one that fucked up at
the camera spot at WrestleMania 25. Yeah.
Like whatever his name was. And my point is like there's so many things you could touch base on. Even like they had a fucking feud at one point when Cody was wearing the mask and he was not dashing anymore or whatever it was. Or he was dashing and he didn't like it. And he was making people put paper bags over their head. They had a feud then too. You know, back in was like fucking 2011. There's so many things you bounce off of, and you're like, let's bring celebrities in. That's going to sell the fucking tickets.
And listen,
that is not selling one fucking WrestleMania ticket to me. There's not one person who's going, Jelly Rolls at WrestleMania, a sport I don't watch. I'm going.
I think this is proof that the Cody experiment is done, because look at the last few years. Because now you've got Jelly Roll and you've got Pat McAfee. The year before was Travis Scott.
The
The year before that, you had Austin, Rollins, Taker, The Rock. Not Austin. Sorry, Austin.
No, but
wasn't
what are
in
you
that.
doing next year? You're right. Bringing in Pacino, De Niro,
Yeah,
and Pesci,
right?
you know what I mean?
Like,
Like,
hey, Cody, you can just have a match with somebody and build it, and it should be good. I want my brother. Why don't they? Next year just better be him versus Dustin.
I
Call
hope
it a
next
day.
year in a tag match is him and his father versus Orton and whoever has died recently.
His
Anyway.
father?
Well, isn't his father alive?
His is. So his grandfather then.
All right. Well, hopefully he dies before then. Anyway. All right. Night 2. Again, it's another match where I'm like, I would personally put Lesnar and Obafemi in the WrestleMania main event Saturday night 1 and put Cody and Orton in the beginning to get people going. I think you should want to pay for Brock and Femi.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And they're just tossing it away just to get people interested for no reason. This match
you know
could
why?
have been anything.
We've seen it before. Lesnar always says if he's not in the main event, he's
first.
going on first, so he can get the fuck out of there.
I get it. I'm excited for the match. I think Obafemi goes over.
I agree, and I'm just going to throw this out there as a caveat. This is not my pick. My pick is Obafemi, but I can see a world where they're going to be like, "Oh no, we're gonna play this out, and Brock's going to fucking." But no, there actually, you know what? There's a specific reason I don't think. Okay, so going back to Rollins and Gunther, I know a lot of people, and we talked about it, are like, you know, it feels shoehorned. What happened? Like Ray was gonna face him. Now he's not, but he's gonna face match.
And he drops the fucking crutches.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I like it. I like it. I think Rollins is a good choice.
It's a better
for
choice.
Gunther.
I would never have cared about him and Ray.
But the other thing is that Gunther had that run-in with Heyman, and he's like, "You owe me more than your, appreciation." I think it's because Gunther wants to retire Lesnar, and that's the connection.
Shit. Now, I will say this: the only way I am absolutely okay with Brock Lesnar defeating Obafemi, Brock has to cheat. He has to do a low blow behind the ref's back, something bad where he can get an F5 and take the win. Because then it doesn't make Oba look bad. I said Obama.
Right.
It doesn't make Obafemi look bad. It makes him look still strong, and that Lesnar had to cheat to beat him. And I think it's a better look at it.
Yeah, no. I think Femi goes over. It
Agreed.
makes the most sense, and we'll leave it at that.
Intercontinental title ladder match. We got Penta versus Rusev versus Javon Evans versus Dragon Lee versus JD McDonough versus Rey Mysterio. If I wanted someone to win it, it would be either Rusev or Javon Evans.
Sure.
Who I see winning, fucking Penta.
I am going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to go with a crazy pick here. I think Dom's going to get involved, and JD McDonough is going to pull the upset.
Really? Look, if JD wins it, I'm okay with it. It's someone who I think has worked his ass off and could take the win. I'm with it.
Belt. Now.
Women's title, Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley, or as I have it, Rhea Plapel.
Rhea Ripley.
Rhea. I mean, Jesus. I don't think there's even a question. Unless the baddies or whoever their new names are with the B-Fab and Meechin, unless they get involved somehow, I see Rhea winning.
Yeah, this one's tough because I feel like this is like this is the litmus test, because if they take the title off of Jade Cargill, what's left for her to do?
Start from the bottom where she should.
Yeah. I mean, so I think no matter what happens, it's going to be a testament to Jade Cargill and how she's viewed by WWE. I think, I'm going to go with Ripley, and I'm going to see she's going to be transitional. They're going to use Ripley to hand the title off to somebody else.
Being the women's WWE title on SmackDown, I'd love to see her hand it off to Jordan Grace.
That would be great. But I feel like they're not pushing her very much.
Maybe this is why. You know what I mean? Well, she did get injured.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I'm still upset that
up her ankle.
Chelsea Green can't be involved really with WrestleMania.
I know, it sucks.
So, but I think Rhea Jordan Grace program.
That'd be solid.
Absolutely.
But I feel like Rhea would have to turn heel.
Not necessarily. I could see her doing the respect thing.
Yeah. All right.
Well, either way. I'm with you on the U.S. title match. I think Zayn retains going heel and Trick Williams wins. Oh, you think Trick wins?
Well, we were talking. You had mentioned it earlier. I could see. I mean, here's the thing. There's two ways you could do this. I guess three. I mean, I guess you could have Sammy just cheat during the match and just go full heel, and there's your turn. But I feel like there's a couple other ways you could do it. You could have it be Bret Hart Austin style, where it's like you're already kind of on the fence during the match, and then afterwards Sammy wins, and he's like getting booed, and he's like, fuck this, I'm beating this guy's ass right now, and he gets the ring bell, and he gets a bunch of chairs, and he just fucking demolishes Trick Williams post-match.
Do it during the match. Don't do it post-match.
Fair enough.
Personally.
My other thing is that Trick wins, and it's like, oh, yay, and then Sami Zayn goes nuts and attacks him post-match, and there's your fucking turn right there.
As long as it's better than Shinsuke Nakamura's heel turn at WrestleMania 34, just a low blow, and that was it.
Yeah, seriously. So, right, that's what I'm saying. So, but I think Trick will pull off the win, and that's going to just fuel the double turn.
I actually am going to go the opposite. I think Zayn retains with a major heel turn. That pisses people off so much. Trick goes over fucking he'll get a standing ovation after the match.
Yep, absolutely, good call. Actually, that's a good call. I didn't think about it that way. Yeah, actually,
multiple ways, but either way it could work, and I'm excited. This one actually is a match. I'm like, all right, let's see how it plays out.
100%, because Trick Williams is over as fuck. I like him a lot. I can't wait to see what they do with him. So absolutely, that's definitely another reason that night 2 is way better than night 1.
I'm
night
thinking about
2
doing
stacked.
as many drugs as I can on night 1.
Like, listen.
Anyway. The Demon, because ESPN had just let us all know anyway, but the Demon is facing Dominic Mysterio. Look, hate to say it, I feel like Dominic's going to fucking just cheat enough just to get the win to go over Finn. Finn likely will win, but I see Dominic stealing one.
Okay, it would be interesting. I think Demon wins. I think it's going to be hands down, and I don't even think it's going to be that long of a match if they're putting it before the world title. They'll spend more time on the entrances, the post match, and the build up. The match is going to be quick, and I think Demon's going to destroy him.
Okay, I'm all for that. And then the world title match, you got CM Punk versus Roman Reigns for the world title. I've said it a couple of times. I'm saying it again. Roman wins this. With the help of the Usos, maybe a couple of tree MFTs.
Couple 2 tree?
Yeah, a couple of them. I think we are going to see a resurgence of the Bloodline. I really, really do.
I don't know that it'll be a resurgence of the Bloodline, but I agree with you. I think the way this is going to play out, and I think they can do it very cinematic style, like very, dramatic. Because you got to think Punk's done most of the talking over these last month worth of promos, and I think ultimately at the end the story is going to be Punk has fought the odds, he's fought the odds, and by the end of it, Roman's just standing there surrounded by 4, 5, 6 other Samoans, and it's just too much, and Roman just fucking takes the title.
Yep. And I think even the shit with Tama Tonga and the MFTs is just to fuck with us.
Yep.
Although I am seeing they're looking for Tama to have his own push, but I'm telling you, I know it sounds like it'd be the NWO, right? Too many people. Roman, Usos, Jacob Fatu, and all MFTs, that runs Raw and SmackDown, and that just gave you at least 6 months of storyline telling that you can fuck with.
Right, well then you've got to form an alliance to counter it eventually. So maybe you know what? Let's let me make a note here. We'll
the alliance against Romania.
Romania?
Roman Mania.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say
no.
You might want to be
I was
careful
doing like
with
the
that.
alliance against Hulk Hogan, right? You have the same thing, right? It's the dungeon against the Bloodline.
So we'll have to talk about that, what that alliance would look like, who the wrestlers you could do in the storyline. We'll have to try to future book that.
Cody, Punk, Seth Rollins, maybe LA Knight because he's getting fucked over. I can go on, man. It's easy.
Okay, well, we can make something out of it.
No, I just did
to
it.
answer it now.
No, cross that out.
Okay, fine, asshole.
Let's go to the table.
Yeah, fuck you.
Just bring it, bitch!
Oh my gosh!
I know I talked about the two previous movies of this franchise. I talked about it a couple of months back, but the movies, Now You See Me, right? Number 1 and number 2. You got Jesse Eisenberg, Woody Harrelson, Isla Fisher, Morgan Freeman, Mark Ruffalo, and a bunch of other people. Ruffalo, whatever the fuck his name is. The third one came out. I got to watch it on the plane. And it's funny because my wife and I sat next to each other, and they give you a pair of headphones, and we both looked at each other. We're like, all right, this is the one we want to watch. And we did the 1, 2, 3, go to hit it. And we were watching at the same time. Someone comes by with a drink. All right, pause. 1, 2, 3. Stayed level. Whole fucking movie, which is great. Good movie, man. I'm a very big fan of them. It's not just the tricks or whatever, but what I love about the movie is that after they do the trick, they're like, I bet you're wondering how we did that. And then you get to see how they did some of the shit, and it's actually really awesome. I put this movie maybe, I think the second was better than the first, and I think this one was just under the second. And they left a good cliffhanger that we're going to get a fourth.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah. A good series, man. Like, honestly, I think you should give it a shot. The comedy, the sarcasm, the tricks, some of the action that you see, I can't see that you would actually be disappointed personally.
It seems like it's got like an Ocean's 11 kind of vibe, which I could get down with.
100%. And that's my favorite part about Ocean's 11.
Yeah.
Wait, what the fuck? The SWAT car was the ambulance car, that, and
Yep.
all of it. Like, they were the SWAT guys the whole fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
Love that shit. I always loved Chen. The hell took you guys so long? But one other movie that we watched not too long after we came back, I think you and I have talked about this, and I think you watched it, but if you didn't, I'm curious. You have HBO, right? HBO Max?
Yeah.
Have you watched the Avett Brothers May It Last documentary?
No.
Dude. They worked with Rick Rubin when they did
yeah.
One album, the one that had the Ain't No Man Can Save Me, Ain't No Man. But they also had a couple other great songs, like No Hard Feelings, which they closed every show with for 2 years solid.
Wow.
Good documentary. My wife and I are in the very beginning. It says that it's in Madison Square Garden, but the video you see was from RIT, March of 2014. We're in the front. I'm wearing a winter hat. Which is great.
Okay.
Yeah, like a black winter hat or beanie with you could see the white stripe across it because the lights were hitting it and it made it glow because it's for running at night. But we rewatched it, and outside of us just seeing ourselves, whatever. But honestly, just a good documentary, and you see them draining themselves making an album and what they put into it. And everybody's like, man, that song's a home run. And he's like, I'm pouring my heart out right here. And everybody's like, that's a good fucking song. And he's like, I'm pouring shit out. And it's real good fucking documentary. I think you'd like it. So check it out. May It Last.
Yeah. So did you see? I sent you a video. So Avett Brothers and Mike Patton have done that collaboration. They've been doing Faith No More songs at some of their shows. That's pretty fucking awesome.
That was an interesting one. I didn't mind that. So yeah, man, check that out when you have a chance.
Absolutely.
I am so worried about what you're bringing to the table is just based off of what I'm reading.
You want some of these? Part 2. Why does it always fucking happen to me? Why does it always fucking happen to me?
Stop. You want some of these? What the fuck was that from? Was it some chick hitting on you or some shit?
Hitting on me in some way. I've been out of the dating pool a long time, so I don't know if you consider that hitting on, but yeah, some chick that had a heart on for me or something. Yeah.
Oh my God, I forgot about that story.
And I just kept busting her balls. I just kept ripping on her,
these?
and she's like, yeah, smushes her non-existent Tic Tacs into her fucking chest. I'm like, yeah. So
not right now, but maybe a little while from now.
Yeah, no, pass. So I went to see Clutch again.
I did see that. You
Clutch.
and the boys.
Yeah. Well, me and one of them. Yeah, me and one.
Your
of them.
son wrote back to me.
Oh, said something to him. That's probably
That's
why.
why I go, that cocksucker probably said something to him. Now I feel like a dick. He's like,
No,
you
no.
didn't write your Uncle Mark back.
No, because he's like, I never check. He's like, I never check Facebook, Instagram, or Messenger. He has it just basically for the band promotion.
Nah, I
so.
know. It was funny. He wrote, man, I could have taken up your entire show with just talking music. I said, nah, I get it. That's what your father and I have an issue with.
Exactly, right? So went to the Clutch concert, Kodak Center. I'm assuming you've been there before.
Believe it or not, no. And I'm curious.
It was my first time. It was my first time.
Did you get any
Yeah,
pictures?
solid.
Oh, no, I saw the picture you guys put up. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's seated seating, and I'm sorry, for Clutch, I don't want to be seated. I kind of want to be in the pit. But at the same time, as old as I am now, and as much as my knees bother me, it was nice to have a seat.
Cozy as fuck. But that's
and
the
we were
kind
right
of
against
place
the
you
wall,
see
and
the
there's a
Avett
shelf.
Brothers in,
So I
not Clutch.
I had a spot to put my drinks on. Everything was lovely.
Ate my nachos and my popcorn.
But the show, they did sell concessions there, yes, along with beer. Yes, I saw there was a guy behind us with a pretzel, looked very delicious. Another guy had pizza logs that made me very hungry. But anyway, so there's a lady I work with, and I say lady, I make her sound old. She's probably my age, maybe even a little younger. You know, she's decent enough. Hey, you know, like when we do like the department picnic over the summer, and they're cooking out and stuff, and they have beer. She's one of the people that I'll usually hang out with, right? I would not hang out with her of my own volition, but if I'm here, you're one of the people I can hang out with and just be myself, and I don't have to worry too much. You know what I mean?
She gives the company cookout hand jobs. I get it.
So yeah, I mean, hey, I'm not my style, but I would totally go for it. No gun. So I'm walking. I had grabbed a beer.
Lotion, hands are a little dry.
So I'm walking back to my seat, back to the seats because I grabbed a beer, and I saw her. So I just looked at her, and she saw me, and I just put my cup out, and we clinked cups. I'm like, hey, all right, and we walked by each other. That was that done. I'm like, I'm not here to have a fucking conversation with you. Time passes. I'm like, I think the first band was ending before Clutch. I was like, all right, they got a couple songs left. I said, I'm going to go take a piss and grab another beer, and I'll come back. So I go. So it was kind of a pain in the ass because you come out of the seats because it's like an auditorium seating, right? You come out the doors and you go down the hall, down some steps across the way, and that's where the bathrooms are. You go straight ahead. There's a men's room on the left, but if you keep going towards the end of the hallway and make a left, they have a gender-neutral bathroom. It's just a bathroom with a bunch of stalls and a bunch of urinals, and you can be anything and go in there, right? But just all the dudes were using it, right? All the dudes were using it. So I'm walking down and I see this chick is at the end of the hallway, and she has apparently had a few beers, and she stops and she comes up to me. She's getting all close to me and shit. She's like, "So that's gender neutral, a gender neutral bathroom." I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "But it's all dudes and they're all just farting and burping and shit in there." She's like, I'm like, "I don't know what to tell you, man. It's gender neutral." I'm like, "What do you fucking want?" She's like, "Well, I'm going in with you." I'm like, "Wait, what?" This bitch follows me into the gender neutral bathroom.
She heard fuck station. That's all she heard out of that entire
thing.
No.
Oh, no. No. It was full up, except for two stalls right next to each other. This bitch gets in the stall next to me and is talking to me while she's pissing.
Oh, I thought you were going to say shitting. I swear to God. You're like, and she's blowing ass.
No. And I'm standing there pissing. So the concert was on a Sunday. On Mondays, we have a weekly call. It's the leaders for our department. We all meet. And I'm like, please don't bring this up at the huddle.
Did she?
So I go back and I tell Jackie the story. I'm like, she's like, "What is it with you and these fucking weird chicks at these fucking events?"
Did she pop over the stall and go, "You want some of these?"
I didn't look. I don't want to know.
Yo.
So hold on.
Okay.
The next day, I'm on that call, and it's my turn to do huddle notes. So, who did anybody get hired? Did anybody leave? Did anybody get certified? What do we want to put in the notes? I'm taking notes.
Anybody pee next to anybody else the night before?
There was another girl that apparently was at the show who I didn't see. She's like, "Oh, I heard you were an escort to the bathroom." I'm like, "You fucking cunt!"
Jesus Christ!
Spot blower. Like,
right?
It wasn't my fucking idea. I didn't volunteer. She fucking followed me into the bathroom.
Not just a bathroom, but the co-ed bathroom. It just happens to be there for anybody.
Everybody pees.
You ever been in a concert or a football game and a girl uses the men's room.
Oh, 100%. All the
Guys
time.
lose their mind. They're like, yeah, good job. Like, if they all cheer, she's going to do a fucking full sex show for all of my rays. Like,
Yeah,
good job
I
for you.
don't cheer. I just like, I fucking get it. I wouldn't
I'm
want
just
to
like,
wait no
yeah,
women's
dude, if I
line
can slip
either.
into a fucking... Yo, it's funny. I would normally think the women's places would be a little cleaner, but I've worked in a
they're shit
workplace.
pigs. Yeah, they're shit pigs.
I was... shit pigs. I sat a cubicle and a half away from the women's restroom for a couple of years, and I was like, yo, they destroy it worse than the guys do.
Straight murderers. They call it Murderers Row.
Yo, they're like the O.J. Simpsons of bathrooms, I swear to God.
Can that be the episode name?
It already is. Let's go to the wars.
Monday Night Wars! Marty, you've got to come back with me.
Where?
Back to the future.
Wait a minute, Doc. What are you talking about? What happens to us in the future? What, do we become assholes or something?
Give me a hell yeah! You want a war? You're gonna get it.
Mick Foley is going to win their world title.
Has been paid for by the New World Order. Come on, Vince. Step into the ring.
My God, the battle lines have been drawn.
D-Generation X invades WCW tonight.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.
Have a nice day.
We got you! Oh yeah!
Ric Flair, I've been back here. My stomach has been in knots. My heart's been pounding out of my chest, and I wouldn't be telling the truth if I didn't tell you I'm a nervous wreck because I got to trade fists with somebody that I love more than God itself. You understand? You've been a brother to me when I didn't have one. Now I got to go trade fists with you. But it's something that's got to happen because when I get up in the morning and look in that mirror, I got to answer to me. And if you don't stand up in this world, all a man can do is stand up and live by his word, right or wrong. Tonight, I give Asheville, I give the world, and I give you, Ric Flair, my word on this. I'm going to give you all I got as a man, and win, lose, or draw. Trust me, I'm going to respect myself in the morning, and you're going to respect...
It's WCW Fall Brawl War Games. It was on September 17th, 1995. And it's... Did WWE just not give a shit? Or were they scheduled for all this time off? Because, 2 weeks ago, Nitro was like, we're going live for the first time ever. And Raw's like, we won't be there. And then 2 weeks later, not only does WCW produce a pay-per-view, they're going to give a Nitro the next night, and WWE's like, yeah, we're taking the night off. Not even another recorded show or anything. They took off September 18th. What the fuck was September 18th that they needed to take off?
It's a good question. I don't know, man. Could have been them.
They didn't really believe in WCW at that point as a competition, that's for sure. Break it down. Fall Brawl War Games. I got to be honest with you. The first time I've watched this entirely all together, I've seen some bits, pieces. So the very first time I've actually watched this pay-per-view all together for the first time.
Oh, all right. It is the second time at least that I have seen it. It is War Games. Asheville, North Carolina. War Games is Team Hogan versus Dungeon of Doom. And what that means is it means that for the entirety of this pay-per-view, there will be 2 rings. For the most part, the non-War Games matches pretty much stick to 1 ring. I think a couple might spill out, but whatever. So
I think it's in the later years, they go, all right, we're going to do ring 1, then ring 2. Right? They moved it around a little bit.
Swapped it up. Yeah, so they can get all schmutzed up in one of them. There you go. All right, so the first match is Flying Brian. It's Brian Pillman versus Johnny B. Bad, which is Mark Marrow. It's a U.S. title eliminator match for the number 1 contendership. I don't know why they call it that because it's just a one-on-one match. And whoever wins gets the title shot.
Yeah, it's true, because the eliminator would be if the title had the person had the championship. But yes, you're right.
Johnny B. Bad at this point, he had a confetti cannon, and he would throw Frisbees into the crowd.
He was the Doc Hendricks of WCW, apparently, in this moment.
It's funny, but it is what it is. Buffer actually announced the first match, not just the main event. And they make sure to call it out that it's one fall with a 20-minute time limit. If it goes the distance, it's a draw. Well, guess what? It goes the distance. And Nick Patrick says, nah, fuck that. It's got to continue. And then Buffer gets on the mic and says, the board of directors says there must be a winner. Bitch, how the fuck do you know that? Nick Patrick just said fucking no, it's got to keep going.
So everyone's going against the rules. All right.
And he says it's going to be sudden death OT. Heenan goes, I've never heard of this. Okay. They go another 5 minutes. Johnny B. Bad. Johnny B. Bad wins. Fuck yeah. So there's that. Gene's in the ring with Flair. Flair's going to be facing Arn Anderson. Talks about how they met and bonded in Asheville, North Carolina, where the pay-per-view is where they first teamed up and where their whole friendship began. So, no way they can screw that up, right? Next, the match you didn't know you needed. It's Cobra versus Sergeant Craig Pitbull Pittman. Shivani says Cobra is CIA Special Forces. Pitbull doesn't come out. Someone else does. It's a private. And then Pitbull repels from the roof, sneaks in behind Cobra, and Pitbull wins within about 2 minutes.
I watch this match eagerly.
Quarterly for me. Then we get a vignette of Paul Orndorff in the locker room freaking out, looking at the mirror at himself. Something's got to happen. What's going on? And then I don't know who this is, but it's Gary Spivey of the Psychics Companion Network walks in. He's got like this big fake white afro. Gary says, I had a vision that you weren't okay. I see great things for you. You're Mr. Wonderful. And it ends with Orndorff looking in the mirror at himself saying, I am Mr. Wonderful. I am Mr. Wonderful.
Time I wish I got back, but okay.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like...
Yo, you keep looking at your watch over there? Or are you jacking
I'm
off
getting my
over there
shit's
to keep
blowing
your
up
steps
here.
going?
The family's fucking blowing my spot up. I got to fucking make sure nobody's dead, okay? Relax.
I thought you were trying to get steps in.
No, I already did that. Next, you get DDP with the Diamond Doll, a.k.a. Kimberly, and Max Muscle versus the Renegade, who is your current TV title holder with Jimmy Hart.
A.k.a. Warrior.
Yeah, the Warrior ripoff, yeah. Diamond Dallas Page wins the TV title with a cutter and assist for Max Muscle. I don't know what else to say about this. This is Renegade on his way out, I think. He might have a little bit. I don't remember if he has much more of a run after this, but...
He's a wanted man.
Oh, God. Jesus Christ. Does he ride a steel horse? I'm just curious. So, here's where things get even stranger. Next, you get Harlem Heat with Sister Sherry. We're there. Versus Bunkhouse Buck and Dirty Dick Slater, who are currently the tag team champions, with Colonel Robert Parker as their manager. Remember him?
Love and remember this feud.
Sherry and Colonel Parker meet up in the second ring, where they're not wrestling, and they kiss. The ref gets distracted, the Nasty Boys interfere, and Harlem Heat win the tag titles. Parker and Sherry continue to make out. Gene interviews Buck and Parker at the top of the ramp, and Buck runs down Parker. Go on, get.
I saw an interview recently where Ted DiBiase said that Sherry could have kicked any man's ass anytime. I'm like, yeah, I believe it.
Yeah. Let's see here. Gene's with Arn Anderson. They play a history package of their feud. And Anderson actually cuts a solid promo, man. You can say whatever you want about Arn Anderson. I always thought his promos were good. He had the voice. He made you believe what he was saying. It was never anything
made you
theatrical.
Want to listen. You're right.
Yeah, it never was anything theatrical or anything, man. He just cut a solid promo. So we get that match next. They make a point to show you that the American males, Flying Brian, Colonel Parker, Big Bubba, Eddie, Alex Wright, are all sitting ringside. I'm sorry, Eddie Guerrero, because I don't think we've mentioned him yet.
He's with the American males?
No, just all those people are sitting ringside watching this match because they're building it up to be just this huge match that the talent.
I'm sorry,
are all
the way
sitting...
he made it sound is like he was a part of the American males. So I was like, well, that's
okay,
interesting.
yes, no.
We are the Mexican males. We come to your town. Never mind, I can't say
yeah. Yeah. Anyway, all of those people independently are watching the match from the crowd. Arn Anderson works the arm, figure four, and Arn Anderson reverses it for a second. Pillman comes out of the crowd and gets on the apron, starts jawing with Flair. Clocks Flair while the ref is distracted, and then kicks Flair in the heat. Arn Anderson hits a DDT, gets the pin.
And this is all pre-Pillman being horseman bound.
Mm-hmm. Correcto.
Yep. Well, I'm updating people.
I know, absolutely.
We've jumped from one fucking aspect to the other. Last we knew this dude's dead, so...
For a while.
By the way, did you see David Benoit backstage at AEW with Edge, Christian, and Jericho? And the picture, it's Jericho or Christian, and everybody's like, "Don't do it, man."
Definitely, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Guess what? Your father's dead, and you just made the list.
We next we get a video package that is going to set up one of the best worst matches of all time. It's a Dungeon of Doom video package, and it's the footage of the Giant in a monster truck running over a brand new Harley that Hogan had just bought.
So excited for this. I like watching on TV murders that make no sense.
And then resurrections.
The next day. Or
the
an hour
same
later.
night.
It doesn't
the
matter.
Same night. The same fucking night.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, so here we go. We're heading into the main event, which is War Games. We did rank. I did ranked the top War Games. This one was the last place HM.
It wasn't even in a real last place. It was HM. Yeah, that says so much.
And it was the second HM. It wasn't even the first one.
Jesus Christ. Tell me Vince Russo being a part of it and winning the title was number one before that one.
I know, right? No, this was the worst one by far. Gene,
that's hysterical.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, talk about it. Here we go.
They do the backstage promo before the match. It's with Gene, with Team Hogan. They all have like army fatigues and camo painted faces. And they go over the rules because this is back when it was like more of a traditional War Games, not the shit that we see now. Right. There are 7 periods. The first period lasts 5 minutes. The rest are 2 minutes. One man from each team enters during the first period. After the first period, the ref flips a coin. Team that wins sends in a second man, and on and on and on and on. And surrender or submission is the only way to win. Then Michael Buffer says there's a new stipulation added. If Team Hogan wins, Taskmaster must face Hogan in the cage tonight, 1-on-1. Keep in mind, Taskmaster is not in the War Games match. Mm-hmm. So the participants are Kamala, Zodiac, Mang, and the Shark. Kamala is Kamala, Zodiac being Brutus Beefcake. Mang, we all know who Mang is. And Shark is John Tenta. He's a man.
Just laughing at the description. You're right. Kamala is Kamala. The Shark, it's a man. I'm with it. All right, good job.
They're facing Hogan, Lex Luger, Sting, and Macho Man. The teams stay at ringside. Sting and Shark start. Shivani asks where the Giant is. Dungeon wins the coin toss. Zodiac is in next, then Macho, then Kamala, then Luger, then Mang, then Hogan. Hogan throws powder in everyone's eyes. Heenan calls him out for using the dirtiest move ever. The best thing about Bobby Heenan is always calling out the heel shit that Hogan always did.
Yep. Or really any face, but especially
right.
Hogan.
Yeah, absolutely. Hogan makes Zodiac submit.
Go watch him get pissed off when he eliminates Sid Justice from that 1992 Royal Rumble. he calls out his bullshit.
Yep, 100%. Let's see here. Hogan makes Zodiac submit with the camel clutch. And the Taskmaster tries to leave, but security forces him back to the ring, so he gets in the cage with Hogan. And then Giant comes to the ring, chokes Hogan, and does the fucking movie neck snap thing. Where, like, you grab them, like, by the top and then under the chin, and you just fucking snap their head to the side and break their neck. They did that to Hogan.
Zeus, baby. Zeus did that a lot.
There you go. And then the faces come back to the ring to make the save a little bit too late. And the best part is we go off the air with Heenan laughing at Hogan for getting his neck broken.
Hey, that actually gets you wanting to watch the next night. At least that's what
Sure.
they did. They did something decent at the end of this pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Give it a year.
Something.
You're not going to give a fuck about next night.
Big, beefy mansion.
If I can just get back to it again, I don't know if I told you. The bathroom. All right, well, Raw said, fuck it, we don't need to face these guys again. We did 1 week. Let's just have Nitro by itself. 1 hour.
1 hour. I can't believe. Because, I forgot. I forgot about the thing. Kayfabe, pal. My bad. Yeah, 1 hour. I love this. I think right now I'm 2 weeks ahead. My hope is within
beautiful.
My hope is within the next week or two to be a month ahead. You know what I mean?
Just finish WrestleMania. We're done.
Bang these fuckers out. You know what I mean? All right. So anyway,
just do them.
Hey, September 18th, 95. Nitro's in Johnson City, Tennessee. As you mentioned, no Raw. Mongo's dog Pepe gets an introduction formally on the show, so Pepe will be a recurring character for a short while. Bischoff says
there is no Pepe Sylvia.
Pepe Sylvia! Bischoff says there's an emergency in the back, and we cut to Gene as an ambulance backs in, and it's Taskmaster and Giant, and they cut a promo on Hogan. We open up with the American males, which is Scotty Riggs and Buff Bagwell, versus the Earl of Eaton and Steven Regal, or William Regal. I don't even fucking remember which one he was. I think it was Steven Regal. They are the Blue Bloods.
William Regal and Bobby Eaton, basically.
Bobby Eaton, yes, and they are the Blue Bloods. Harlem Heat jumped the Blue Bloods, and they put the titles on the line against the American males. So fuck the Blue Bloods, I guess. Sign sighting. We want it raw.
Damn. Are we killing ourselves next week?
I don't think so. We can always.
You know what I'm talking about? For
I do.
Kayfabe,
pal. Yeah, no, we're good. Yeah, I think we're all right. I wouldn't worry about it.
Fuck, I don't want to miss any good
There's so
shit,
many good ones. I mean, how many
we'll
more
bring
are
them
we
up
going
on
to
the
get?
ladder of it if we need to.
Anyway, it's supposed to be the American males versus the Blue Bloods. Harlem Heat come out, attack the males, and say, we're going to put the titles up on the line. And then Colonel Parker comes to the ring to see Sherry, carries her off. The distraction allows the American males to win the tag titles from Harlem Heat.
I actually never knew they won the titles, swear to God, until I saw this.
Outstanding. Gene's in the ring with Flair. Says Arn Anderson broke the code. He brought an outsider into the Forbidden Land. Flair's going to be facing Pillman tonight, and he says he's going to find Arn Anderson and kick his ass. Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff versus Johnny B. Bad. Orndorff comes out to new music, which is fucking atrocious. And Mr. Wonderful gets a win. Paul Orndorff in 1995. Jesus Christ. We get a clip of Macho Man on the set of Baywatch pumping iron. Then Taskmaster comes in and does the shittiest fucking beatdown I've ever seen in my life. And he drops the fucking bar of weights on Macho's neck. And Flair comes over and makes the save.
Just be glad we missed a lot of the summer shit that we did, because I'm pretty sure Bash at the Beach was a lot of that shit.
Oh, God. Was it that fucking weird promo with like the dynamite and the boat and everything?
I'm like 99% sure. If it wasn't 94, it was 95, but yes.
Oh,
so we should be very happy that the wars didn't start until September.
Jesus. Gene is with Macho in the ring. Cuts a promo on the Taskmaster. Says Hogan's a bad judge of character. He refers to the cheap shot Luger took on Macho, which was accidental. Macho says, you're with me or against me. Luger comes to the ring. They both want the world title. Macho brings up the cheap shot, wants to go right now. We get footage from the Fall Brawl pre-show. Hogan showed up on his Harley. That's when Giant showed up in the monster truck and ran over it. And then we get our main event. It is Flying Brian versus Ric Flair. Flair wins super quick with a figure four, like just 2 seconds. And then Flair gets on the mic. And then as they typically do on Nitro in these early days, they end the show with teasing what's up for next week.
I don't disagree with how they did that. Yeah. I kind of liked it. It worked. Raw did it a little bit. Next week you'll have this, and this.
Sometimes,
now they're like tuning each week, and we'll tell you at the beginning of the show what you're going to get. Maybe halfway through the show, we'll tell you what the main event is. Yeah, man, I like a good fast Monday Night Wars. Good shit.
Nothing wrong with it.
All right, man. Well, it's this week's top topic. It's time to defend your life.
With a shock from a chinga going up under the light. Something's coming.
From the beginning of motion picture history, Hollywood has tried to show you what the afterlife is really like.
Good afternoon and welcome to Judgment City.
You have any idea what's going on?
No?
Well, in a nutshell, you're here to defend your life, and I'm going to help you.
Defend my life?
Finally. Wow! The first true story of what happens after you die.
Where am I? Is this heaven?
No, it isn't heaven.
Is it hell?
Actually, there is no hell. Although I hear Los Angeles is getting pretty close.
Didn't anyone ever tell you you carry yourself very stiffly?
Leave me alone, I'm dead.
That's life.
Albert Brooks.
You make me think of my little poodle.
Meryl Streep.
I think I might have been a heavy-set man at one time.
Rick Dorn. Lee Grant. Buck Henry. In a new film by Albert Brooks.
So I'm on trial for being afraid.
Well, first of all, I don't like to call it a trial. Second of all, yes.
If you see one movie before you die.
I love you. I love you.
This is damn exciting stuff.
Shit, I think this is the second movie in a row that has to do with Albert Brooks.
Albert Brooks, yes, sir.
Talked about The Scout last time. Between the Albert Brooks movies, Defending Your Life is one of my favorites. I do also like the remake that him and Michael Douglas did, The In-Laws. Did you ever get to watch that one?
I don't think so, no.
Ryan Reynolds, his father is Michael Douglas. Oddly enough, the chick that is the teacher that breaks Pete's dick on The League is his fiance.
Okay.
And her father is Albert Brooks. And just a fucking great movie where Michael Douglas is a part of the CIA and Albert Brooks has to be a part of this whole thing. And he's just a pussy through the whole thing. Good movie. He plays a very real person, I think. You know what I mean? Like someone who has like real reactions as opposed to you see in the movies and they're like, a bomb's about to explode. Okay, what do I need to do? Me? I'm like, I'm dying. That's Albert Brooks, man. I like his acting. I've always liked it. So, Defending Your Life. You said you didn't get to rewatch it. That's fine. But does any of it, by looking it up, sound familiar to you at all? Or did you just never see the movie at all?
Well,
don't look it up right now, cocksucker. No, it's either yes or no right now. We'll move forward. You
didn't give me you gave me like a false question. I've seen it before, but I don't remember much more than the general plot. I remember watching it.
I think you're right. We did talk about this. So we have Albert Brooks, who is Daniel Miller. He's driving his car that he just buys right off a lot on his 39th birthday. And due to his distractedness, because he's trying to put CDs into the either CDs or cassettes into the musical equipment in the car, He dies in a car accident. Listening to Bette Midler, by the way. Something's Coming from West Side Story.
Oh, boy.
I had to look it up because I'm like, I know the song because I was in West Side Story for a school musical, and now that he's like, something's coming, pa, 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 something good, pa, pa. And he's so just distracted and bam, gets hit by another car, T-boned, and dies. And he's sent to Judgment City. It's not heaven. It's not hell.
Purgatory.
Yeah. And it's a paradise moment where he's gonna, for the deceased, right? And is it you're able to go on and go to the next part of life, or do you have to start life over again because you fucked it up so much? Your choices, the things you did. And you get judged by a panel of like 3 people, especially one major judge, but you have your own attorney, things like that. And his attorney is Rip Torn.
Mm-hmm.
Which I've always liked Rip Torn. He's great. He ends up meeting Meryl Streep there. But the whole concept is watching moments of your life and seeing why, or just looking through it all, and do you deserve to go on to the next round of life? Heaven, quote unquote, is what they're kind of going for. Or should you go at it again because you were a pussy when it came to a lot of things that you did and chose in your life? So it's great because his younger childhood version is played by Ben Savage. Do you remember? Well, Ben Savage is the one that's in A Boy Meets World, but you remember Little Monsters?
Oh, yeah.
He's the little brother of Fred Savage.
Oh, okay.
Where he's being, bullied at one point, and he used, one point his best friend was accused of not having his own paints at school. So he said, "Here you go, man. Just take mine, and I'll take the blame." And it seemed like it's a noble thing that he did. But then later on, when he gets at home, his dad's like, "What happened?" He goes, "Well, ask him. He's the one that forgot his paints. I tried to help him." And they're like, "Why were you a pussy in this fucking moment? Like, why did you back down from your father?" They have a lot of different moments. One is he had a chance to invest in Casio, the watches. And he goes, "Nah, that thing's not going to sell." And he says to the judge, he goes, "I'm sure you guys can understand what I mean." And both judges lift up their wrists and they're wearing Casio watches. Funny fucking moment. Then he has another moment they're watching, a salary negotiation. He's talking to his wife, who is the one that bangs Hulk Hogan in No Holds Barred. The black-haired chick. She was also in like See No Evil, Hear No Evil. A couple other movies, but either way.
Yeah.
But she's his wife, and he goes, "I will not accept anything under 80,000." And she's like, 40,000. "I cannot work for anything under 80,000. I just won't." And they show this salary negotiation. They go, "We'll offer you 49,000." He goes, "I'll take it." Just like not even arguing at all. Again, all of these bad choices that he has in life. Shows him watching his parents argue when he was a kid and all that stuff. Then there's these great parts, a compilation of all the dumb shit he's done, like a snowmobile crash, him doing a lot of dumb stuff, like just buying a car, going off a lot and getting hit by another car, just all the dumb shit that he's done. But along the way, while he's here on this paradise known as Judgment City, meets Meryl Streep, and they really start to like each other. What's great, though, is that one of the days he comes in to watch her videos, and she's, like, saving a fucking cat from a fired building. You know what I mean? Like, it's all the shit that she's done. Everybody's like, "Oh, it was just great." He's like, "This is nothing like the fuck I had to deal with," which is, it's hysterical. So there's these clips where the prosecutor, she's Lena Foster. She's looking to find a lifelong pattern of how he's been a pussy. And then, obviously we're seeing all of his bad decisions, financial things, all that. But then from there, the extra stuff is what makes me giggle the most. So they're on these buses. It's like a kind of like a train. You know what I mean? Like it's just like you go from one place to the other. At this place, they know where you need to go, what time you need to be there. You can eat as much as you want. As much as you want. You won't gain a pound. And when you go, I want the filet mignon and you're welcome. And the lobster. In 2 seconds, it's out. Fresh, better than ever. You know what I mean? It's like that's how fast things happen, but you won't gain a pound. So there's that funny part. One of my favorites, though, is that Albert Brooks finally decides to go out one night, and he goes to this Chinese restaurant first. And the guys go, hello, hello. And he goes, how many years do you have? Meaning, like, how many years are you looking at? Like, how many, like, if you're looking at 30 years, we're looking at 30 years of your past. The higher the number, the worse. And he's like,
gotcha,
okay. And he goes, I'm looking at 17. And the guy, it's more like a hibachi restaurant. He goes, 17. They all go, 17. Oh, they all like get mad or whatever. And then this guy who he's sitting there talking to gets up to go to the bathroom. He goes, I'm just taking a piss. And they all go, taking a piss. Aye. Always love that part. Now, the best one is later that night, Albert Brooks, which is that Daniel guy, he goes out and he sees a stand-up comedic. And that's where he ends up meeting Meryl Streep. And this comedian's just fucking with everybody. How'd you die? This and that. You know what I mean? Like, and Albert Brooks fucks with the guy on stage. He goes, how'd you die? And he goes, on stage like you. Which is a great fucking line. But then he goes, no, I'm just fucking with you. And the guy starts singing, I think it's Frank Sinatra's That's Life. Is that Sinatra?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. And he's like, that was life. Not that's life. That was life. And he goes, and now you guys are here to defend it. And if it doesn't go swell, you'll go to hell. I'm just kidding. I don't know why, man. It's just it's a PG-13 funny movie. It's a rom-com. There are some sad parts of the movie, man, when you watch about how this dude lived his life and you see like how he was treated as a kid and how he, became. I'm a very big fan of the movie. If they redid this movie, I think it would be pretty cool to see how they would redo it. I mean, think about it, man. Like, really? I'd be scared to see how many days I would have to look at. Like, here's the dumb shit that you did. I'd be like,
yeah.
They're like 17. I'm like, which year?
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, I'd rather not think about it.
No, but honestly, very good movie. I'm a very big fan. I've watched it a couple of times in my life earlier, or watched it a couple of times later as an adult. It doesn't get old. And then, of course, it leads to him trying to chase Meryl Streep, and she's on a path of, she's on to the next part. She's on to heaven.
Right.
He's back to try it again. And then he tries to jump off the bus and he gets electrocuted. Does that sound familiar to you? I know you said some of these things do. Maybe
no,
right.
Not the ending.
Just good movie, man. Very big fan. And it's funny because they get like, the guy's like, I really like your pasta. And the one restaurant gives them like fucking 17 pounds of pasta to bring home and shit. And they're carrying like so much of it. And it's like, but that's what you can do in that place. You can eat as much as you want. You never gain a pound. My place. My kind of place.
Yeah, I know, right?
If you get a chance, honestly, I do think Defending Your Life, if you have a way of seeing it, I know it's on a couple of different streaming platforms. Again, it's pushing towards the rom-com, but I think it's also we'll say dark comedy.
Fair enough. You look it up on IMDb, the few tags they have are satire, comedy, drama, and fantasy.
Okay. It's interesting, setup. Again, with where we're at in life, I'm surprised they haven't made something like this already. You know what I mean? Like, this is what your life was like. This is what it could be. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like,
there's a few of them.
1992, and they're like, that's enough.
There's the one they did with Robin Williams like that, but it was a lot more dark and like epic.
Oh, that shit was really dark. I know what you're talking about. Fuck. Not 1 hour photo.
No, definitely not that one.
No, I'll tell you, that fucking eyeball bleeding scene fucked me up for days. No, god damn it. What's the fucking... goddamn. I don't care anymore. I'm not going to figure out the name of it. It's Lost in Translation.
Was it what?
Lost in Translation? No, that was
Bill Murray.
Yeah,
shit.
it's the point. I don't care.
I'm trying to scroll through here. It's not working out very well though.
All right, 1 hour photo it was.
No, it most certainly was not.
Is it Father's Day?
Was it even him that was in the fucking movie?
I don't know.
I want to say like there was somebody else in it with him.
Hopefully.
No, it was just him the whole time.
The whole hour. This is a solo goddamn show. Yo, we'll have to save it for the other toe. All right, we're the Top of Wrestling podcast. I'm the Professor. I bid you farewell. Hey, I hope you guys have a very great WrestleMania weekend. Did you figure the movie out? You did a gasp.
What dreams may come.
That's the one. You're right, 100%. Fucked up movie. All right, just a couple minutes too late for anybody to care.
Yep.
Anyway, but we do have the Top of Wrestling. Jesus Christ. We do have the WrestleMania weekend coming up. We got Saturday. We got Sunday. We gave our predictions. You guys let us know who you think is going to come out the winners. I think come Raw, we're going to see Roman Reigns walking out with a full bloodline. That's my dream. They'll probably hold it off to SmackDown just to piss me off. Fuckers. But we'll be back next week talking about the results of WrestleMania. We will be talking reliving the Monday Night Wars 30 years and 6 months later. 7 months.
7.
And ODM, man, I guess you're just going to bounce us all out of here with your final thoughts. Hit it up, OJ.
Thanks, Professor. I don't even know where to go with this. I had a few ideas, but thank you.
Your background's killing me. That's
thank
why.
you. I know, right? It's
OJ in a bathroom.
I know, because he fucking murdered that thing. I guess we'll just end on that. Thank you for helping me.
Gloves don't fit. I didn't take a shit.
You didn't take a shit. God damn it, you beat me to it.
The Top of Wrestling Podcast is brought to you by The Top of Wrestling Podcast. Your hosts are the Professor Mark Fantasia and ODM, the Doc, Joe Rizzo. Feel free to reach out to the show by email at thetopofwrestling@gmail.com, on their Facebook page, Twitter page, Instagram page. Remember to subscribe, like, and share. You can listen to the show on most popular platforms, including iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, Amazon Music, Pandora, and YouTube. Without your continued support, it would be just some guys talking wrestling, which is pretty much what it is anyway. Good night, folks.
And then the other day I went on to go find something. I go, where the fuck is my folder? Where's TOW? Where the fuck is it?
Where's my toe?
I somehow... it was in my recycling bin.
Dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? This is like the 8th time you've told me you've done something like this.
No, not that. No. This shit was in the
It
recycling
is.
bin, and I got really worried because I was like, man, that took away all my editing stuff, all my sound bits. Some of them are not saved to a hard drive backup. I'm like, I'd have to go to actual shows and re-edit and take them out. It's on the desktop again, okay?
Okay.
For now.
Put it on a thumb drive.
All right, did you see for WrestleMania, I just have the plans, or like our plans or whatever?
Yes.
So, yeah, you tell me yours, I'll tell you mine.
Mm-hmm.
You show me yours, I'll show you mine.
Well, you don't have to go that far.
I was already planning on it. Wearing quite the banana hammock.
Call you Andrade.
By the way, I did an actual editing in real count to figure it out, and it was, did you see what I wrote for the Monday Night Wars? The top of the show.
Wow, you did the
and
math,
so it was 30 years, 6 months, and 28 days, and I go, nope, this is what we need to do. We're just going to call it 30 years and 7 months later. That's perfect.
Right.
A nice little roundup. Because we were doing 25 years later, I think it's fucking hysterical. I wanted to add something to it.
Kayfabe, pal. Do it.
Because I was like, we're reliving the Monday Night Wars. In a weird order, we're all the way in September for no fucking reason right now. I thought it would make some sense.
Absolutely. Love it. And now it's in there, so you'll know. You'll you know.
That's all you have to do is just fix that with the ending. So, did you see Defending Your Life?
No.
You filthy cocksucker. All right, let's get the show going before I get more mad. Good Wrestling Day. It is WrestleMania week, baby. Hey, things are up to par. We got, segments getting ready, heading to the big show this weekend. Del Rio was arrested again. We got a lot of great fucking stuff going this week, man. Nah, I fucked it up. I can't do it again. I start that over. Boo. I said he was rested. If I hit arrested, I would have kept it
Rested. Going. He got rested.
He went sleep. All right. By the way, all right, hang on, I got to say this real quick. One of my favorite fucking lines that Hillary and I both like, I think I brought this up to you, but in Better Call Saul, when he is doing the multiple phone lines to help Huel.
Yep.
And he's doing the pastor one. He goes, they like to brush up on the Bible before they go slip.
Before they go slip.
Before they go slip. We fucking die at that. We use that word all the time for, they go slip. Fuck it. I just love it.
That just worked out. The O.J. Simpsons of bathrooms.
They are, man. Like, they ruined it so fucking bad.
Oh, God. Hold on. I got to.
All right, we stopping?
No, there's another.